Now David was a father, the media were hungry for information about his son, Brooklyn.
People are going to such extremes now to, get a piece of, what we're doing, in our home, which is ridiculous. It is disgraceful, but them sort of things are going on nowadays, so,
Beckham caused a sensation when he was photographed wearing what looked like a skirt. He was ridiculed for wearing women's clothes, but he seemed to be surprised by all the fuss.
It's quite hard to understand because, I was on the front page for wearing something that was obviously well documented, but and then I turned to page 5 or 6 and there was the train crash, which amazes me, to be honest.
David had emerged from the man's world of football and become a style icon.
Football is a culture that's seething with testosterone. It's full of macho men, and this is what makes Beckham so extraordinary, because this is a guy who so obviously is in touch with his feminine side, paints his nails, has his chest waxed, so we believe, carefully coiffured hairdos, wears sarongs, and, a truly extraordinary character. And I think he'd emerged a few years before he actually did. He would have been murdered in the locker room.
Beckham was now a trendsetter and became the face of Brylcreem. When he decided to cut off his trademark floppy hair, he knocked international crises off the front page.
Never have I seen someone's haircut generate so many media column inches, and for Brylcreem this was fantastic. They were rubbing their hands in glee because every time David went out and got his hair cut, which was fairly frequently, Brylcreem would be associated and discussed in the national press. They couldn't have bought advertising to that value even if they'd wanted to.
Beckham has also become a gay icon, and he sparked a debate about homophobia in football.
David's out there and he's willing to admit he's got gay fans, he's happy to have the gay fans, and he's taken on the prejudice of football. So he's a hero for that alone.
He has now become the typical celebrity. He has become somebody that no matter what he does, no matter where he goes, what he wears, he will be watched and he'll be listened and he'll be talked about.
Some people questioned whether Beckham could sustain his celebrity lifestyle and compete at the highest level. In 1998, the stage was set for David Beckham to prove he was a world-class player. But England coach Glenn Hoddle shocked the football world by dropping him from the opening game.
He's not yet to get on the score sheet, which has been a bit disappointing, and I just felt his focus hasn't been there over just the games leading into the World Cup.
But to make matters worse, having been dropped from the first game, Beckham was left to face the media single-handedly. They wanted to know how Beckham felt about being dropped.
You can never really get over something like that because, I'm the sort of person that always wants to play in every game. And if I'm not, then, no one can really do anything about it.
I was quite shocked, really. He was a young lad. I don't think that he was ready for that. And to put him up there and explain his situation, I thought was a bit unfair, really. And I don't think that was the best man management.
Beckham only played part of the next game, coming on as a substitute against Romania. But it was during the following match against Colombia when Beckham finally got a chance to show the world what he was capable of.
He was dropped from against Tunisia. He played against Colombia. He has something to prove, and we have to be strong.
His chance came when England won a free kick and Beckham scored from 25 yards out.
To come together in a World Cup after getting back in the side was like a fairy tale, and you could see the relief on his face. More than anything.
Beckham was a hero after the goal. The country had the England lineup they wanted and thought he could take them to the World Cup final. The next test came when England played a match against their old enemies, Argentina. The last time they played each other in the World Cup, the nation felt cheated after Maradona scored a goal with his hand that sent England crashing out of the competition. The nation endured a tense game, and England were doing well until Beckham kicked out in retaliation after being fouled. Beckham was sent off and blamed when England went on to lose the match.
Simeone has conned the referee there, I mean, how that can make someone go, ah, fall over and nearly dead, you know, it's just, it was beyond me.
England lost to Argentina on penalties. The next day the team returned home and Beckham was blamed for their exit.
I don't think that there's ever been a situation where the media have been so vociferous, you know. I mean, it was a frenzy.
David Beckham became a national hate figure. He was vilified by the national press. I remember the Daily Mirror printed a dartboard with his face on it. Really, really tough time for him.
Beckham felt the full brunt of the press. He flew off to America to join his fiancée to escape the media and public, who'd now turned against him. There was also a tide of hate from football fans up and down the country. Both Beckham and his family now had to have police protection. West Ham fans warned of recrimination for Beckham's first away match of the new season. An effigy of David was strung up outside a South London pub. After the World Cup, David Beckham started to prove his doubters wrong. He became Manchester United's most consistent performer. He played a central part in their historic treble, helping his team win the European Champions League, the FA Cup and the English Premier League title. Beckham continued to be a major hate figure amongst opposing football fans, which resulted in some very personal attacks.
Aggravation and partisan feelings are all part of the drama of football. We all accept that those are there, and it wouldn't be the game it was, it wouldn't be the drama that it is if you didn't have that side. But nothing you do means that you deserve to have your child threatened or people queuing up to say they hope your baby son dies. Nobody deserves that, you know. And actually, I think the majority of people find that kind of thing absolutely, really, really sickening.
Despite running a gauntlet of grounds up and down the country, Beckham appeared to have come through the experience unscathed, possibly even strengthened from the incident at the World Cup.
He coped like he has to do it. Say nothing, play very well, and win. He had played very well. I think it was his best season. He was the best player in the world, I think, at this time.
I think, you know, every sort of person in the public eye gets their certain amount of publicity and harassment, really. But, you know, I think I can, you know, control it. Can I have a sip of that? Thanks. Cheers, mate.
Excuse me, can I have your shirt, please? Thanks, mate.
Beckham became recognised as a world-class player and emerged as the most important member of the England team.
The importance of France '98 can be underestimated in the building of Beckham's brand, because what happened there was, being cast in the role of villain, he then spent the following year transforming perceptions about him as a hero.
His rehabilitation continued when in November 2000 he became England captain.
There was only one captain, and that was David, and I felt that you know, again, for the way that he's grown up and the way that he's played for the last couple of years, he deserves to be captain of England.
I've worked hard at my game and worked hard to sort of win people back, and I felt I've done that on the pitch with playing football, and now, you know, being given the chance as England captain, you know, it's a great honour.